Everybody loves speedrunning, but why? I mean, I like it too, but what makes this type of content so addicting? We all gather around waiting for another RSG Minecraft record to be broken, and it's impressive every single time. Well, if it isn't obvious, we love seeing perfection. How much can we push this game to the absolute limit of speed? We've practically done that with beating the game. It's getting almost too fast for people to break that record, and the audience needs something more to consume. They need to see perfection in another field, which is why I present arguably the greatest speedrun ever, the Sheep Fucker. We will refer to this as the Sheep Smasher so YouTube doesn't get me demonetized. Now that I've lost half my viewership, your first instinct might be, Moyer, what the hell's wrong with you? And you'd be valid to ask that question, I can see where you're coming from. But it's something about this run that makes it so unique. It's creative, it's funny. Someone literally had to find a seed for this and lay it all out and pull it off as fast as possible. And it truly embodies the human strive for perfection. Now what does this have to do with me? Well, I wanted a taste of that sweet perfection. The world record is 49 seconds. We just have to give this run a watch and analyze the strategies one at a time. But isn't 49 seconds awfully fast? Isn't that hard to beat? And why did someone spend their time doing this? Well, I have answers for two of those questions. 1, 49 seconds is really quick. And 2, yes, it will be difficult to beat, which is why I'm attempting to get a run between 1 minute and 1:15. So sub 15 is the main goal for this video. I don't have a lot of time on my hands though. You know, videos gotta come out, I got bills to pay, not really. And I need to get the December ad revenue, so we gotta bounce. So, where do I begin with the speedrun? How do I learn? Well, for the first couple runs, I just winged it and learned from that. And it ain't the best method. I wouldn't say I learned anything from this, but it gave me an idea for what this world has to offer. So let's break down how the speedrun can even be pulled off. In this seed, you spawn right next to a jungle pyramid and also a ruined portal. Inside of the ruined portal is a golden axe and a pickaxe, which will speed up our mining. But probably most of the materials we need are inside of this jungle pyramid. Within the building and all of the redstone contraptions, there's a sticky piston, 3 redstone dust, a chest with 3 diamonds, and most importantly, blocks. Which you can find anywhere, but when you have to mine through this place, it makes getting blocks easy. You also need a mine to get 3 copper ingots. I will show the contraption at the end of this section, but first, let's go in order to see how the speedrun is done. Okay, this is cool and all, but where's the sheep part? Trust me, the fun hasn't even started yet. Once you gather all of these materials, you'll leave the pyramid and make the boat and slabs. This will be important to trap the sheep, and well, in order to trap the sheep, you first must have a sheep. And my god, locating one of the sheeps was the hardest thing ever, and you're gonna see, okay? You have to quickly look around and see one, approach it, place its slabs in boat, and just hope the sheep goes in the boat. If you have to hit the sheep to get in, it could run away from the boat, or just start doing random stuff, I don't even know. Now that you got your positioning, let's build the machine. The machine is a redstone loop that pushes a piston back and forth, and if you place a copper rod on it, it creates the illusion of a... I think you guys get it by now. After freeballing the first couple times to understand the world, I went into another world where I could just practice building the contraption. Here's how some of those builds went. I think we're ready to take these runs a step further and truly optimize this run. But Moyer, how are you going to do that? You suck at this game. And why are you so passionate and wasting your time doing a Minecraft speedrun of this insanity? Let's just ignore that guy. The runs obviously started out slow. I didn't have any muscle memory built up on what to do or how to do things quickly, so my crafting, building, and importantly, the sheep finding was slower than what I wanted to get to sub 15. But we are ways away from that. Now, one thing I underestimated in this world would be the crafting. Quite literally, this is how you get everything. And if you have a good run of movement and mining, it won't mean much if you're a slow crafter. The reason the world record is so fast is because of this one factor. For instance, the first time you craft is when you use the 2 logs to make a crafting table and sticks. The world record does that in, I missed it, 1.2 seconds to craft sticks and a crafting table. That's dream boat clutch level crafting, just not scripted. I, however, can pull this off in 4 seconds. It is all about the muscle memory you build as you play. So when I started out, the crafting kinda sucked, but that will improve. My first big run was a 2:45, a minute and a half off what I needed. Something that also affects the run that you might have noticed is the consistency of spawning. One moment I'm right next to a chest, another I'm on a portal. Oh, and sometimes I just spawn on a tree. It was a variable that I didn't really think of that would affect the run too much, but it actually played a role later on, and even in early runs. The ideal spawn is being as close to the chest as possible, but anything not on top of a tree would work. And so, I grinded, each run getting quicker. 2:45 to 2:25, 2:10, we've already cut almost 40 seconds. Perfection will be achieved in no time. I quite literally speedran to perfection. So, it's been a while since I got a new PB. And I think I need to see what I can do to improve my time. I think I have an idea. Firstly, we gotta talk about getting that sheep under control. Not just building the mechanism, but actually placing the sheep in the right spot. I mentioned slabs earlier, but really, I used to just put the sheep in a boat and then ride the boat onto a slab platform. Now, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but boats are usually for water travel, not ground travel, so I was going really slow to transport the sheep. So, instead, here's the new method. Place down 2 of the slabs next to the sheep, then place the boat on the slabs and try to hit the sheep in the boat. Afterward, I just have to line myself up right and we're ready to build. Why did I not think of placing the slabs and placing the boat on top of that? I don't know. So, optimization 1. Let's see how this goes. Yo, 145, let's go. Alright, we got a 150. Yo, give me a 140. 135, sub 140, finally. Alright, 150 again. We're getting pretty consistent. And bam, another 135. It worked. The boat method worked. But now we have bigger issues. The machine building. Look, I mentioned this before, but I am not a quick builder. When it came to this, I was really slow. And I can think of 2 reasons for it. 1, near the end of the run, the time is stressing me out, and the pressure to get a personal best just keeps getting stronger. So I obviously could get nervous and forget to do things or screw things up. The second issue, the one I find more interesting, is that because I have little attempts getting to the end of the run, most runs end in me not finding a sheep or just I'm slow at crafting, then I just don't have practice necessary to be good at this part. I had this same issue with my netherite armor speedrun, where the beginning of the run was mass optimized, but the end would always be sloppy. Why do you think runners of Super Mario Bros. Practice 8-4 the most? Well, 1, it's the only level that matters, but I'm sure they do it because it's the last level of the game and they're gonna be nervous, and they gotta make sure that they're good at that so they can get the final time that they want. So now, I sit here thinking, my goofy little speedrun journey is coming to an end. Why do we speedrun? That's what I wanted to answer when I started this video. There's something about the accomplishment. But we have a tendency to ignore the hours of energy you put into a speedrun. There are a lot of people who view the accomplishment as the only reason to, and they quickly burn out after they realize that there's more to the equation. The thing is, I don't want to be that type of person. You guys clicked on this to see me perfect this, so I'm gonna perfect it, even if the speedrun is inhumane and pretty wild. You know, I thought this was dumb at first, but you are honestly doing really well. You gotta get the sub 115. I sure will. Thanks, viewer, or me, because I'm the only one here. Anyways, as I continued my run, my crafting was getting better. When you dig through a tunnel to get the diamonds and redstone, you have to go back and then craft a diamond pickaxe, since that's the only way you can get copper. What I used to do was manually make it, but instead now, I click the damn recipe button, and it's the first thing there. That'll shave off some good time, okay? And at this point in the grind, literally any time shaved off would be good. My goal was to be getting diamonds in 20 seconds or less, because that would indicate I'm on good pace. I also went back to practicing the redstone build, and here's the rundown of that. Place a block, place a piston, place a block on the right, put redstone on it, and then you can make a choice that could either complex the run or make it easier. You can either place 2 blocks above the block by using the redstone hitbox, or make redstone torches and use those hitboxes to place the block. It really is such a small detail, yet can make or break how fast I build the contraption. If you want to see a difference of the different methods, here you go. You notice that I struggle to place the blocks when the redstone hitbox is there because it's smaller, but the torches are a lot easier to do. What I was doing was using the redstone hitbox, but then I switched to using the torches and placing the blocks, and that seemed to have done the job. Using this method and crafting the diamond pickaxe faster, I noticed a visible increase in speed. Keep in mind, my personal best is a 135. And then, things changed. 125? Here we go. 130, okay. 123? We're getting close, boys, we're getting close. 125. That was a good start, though. That could have been it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Even though people fail, you fail long enough, you can succeed. And I was failing a lot, don't worry. What also you shouldn't worry about is the run. It happened. That's it. That's 115. That's 115. Why did that take me so long to do? Maybe there is no such thing as a dumb Minecraft speedrun, as any type of speedrun has a purpose, and any type of speedrun can cause any man to push himself to his limit. And you know what? Maybe doing this speedrun, if I learned one thing, It's don't waste your time doing this.